Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are very fine, children. Okay, welcome to EVS class. Lesson 3 Community. The continuation. Okay, in last class we saw about the urban community. How people migrate to city in search of jobs and for the better education. People in cities are engaged in different types of occupations. We saw, isn't it? How many occupations are there in the city? Each one we saw, isn't it? I showed you different types of pictures, isn't it, of occupation. And also we discussed about the advantage and both disadvantages of the cities. That means the pollution, about the facilities, isn't it? How the facilities government has been given. There are many facilities we discussed about, isn't it? Have you remember about the underground drainage system, supply of the pure drinking water, and then well-equipped bus stands and railway stations and developing gardens, isn't it, children? Everything we have discussed in the last class. Okay, now what is remaining, children? We saw the three types of community, isn't it? In first class, we saw about Ruben. No, rural, isn't it? Second class, Ruben. Now we are going to learn about tribal. Okay, tribal community. Okay, let us start. Tribal community. Families live in dense forest or hilly areas are called tribal community. Can you see the picture here, children? Yeah, here, this picture. This is totally different from the rural and urban community. They Here the people live in the dense forest, that is the thickest forest, or the hilly areas. Do you find the difference of them? Yes. Families live in dense forest or a hilly area called tribal community, isn't it? The living condition, language, the dress, and the marriage system of the tribals are distinct. That is the different. In Karnataka, we have Solihas of Mysore district, Korgas of Dakshina Kannada, and Jenu Kurbas and Yaras Yaravas of Kodagu district are tribal communities. That means it's only we are learning about Kannada, okay? Karnataka tribes. Can you see the picture here? These are the tribes. They dress up like this. Their tradition is different, children. The way of celebrating is different. The way of dressing is different. And even the language is different. Everything entirely different from the city people and the village people. Okay. Tribes lifestyle. Observe these pictures, children. First picture, what you see? He's killing buffalo, isn't it? Yeah, tribes kill animals for their food. And see here, he's removing the honey hive, and he's taking the removing the honey. And here they both are weaving the basket. And here he's planting the tree, isn't it? And she's plucking the flowers, fruits. She roam about and take the fruits, flowers, and vegetables, whichever is grown in the forest. So, since the tribal community live in the forest and hilly areas, they are deprived of health, resident, education, transport, food, and electricity facility. But government is trying to provide education, food, house and health facilities to these people in the recent days. Yeah, we have seen, isn't it? Government has been given so many facilities for the rural people and also urban people, isn't it? Like same way, even for the tribe people also, government has been introduced many programs that you'll be learning in the higher classes. So far we have learned about the three communities, children. Now we will see the people who help us to get our food. Children, you have learned already about the jobs and occupations, isn't it? Do you know how many people are helping us to get our food? Hmm? Observe the chart here. Here it is given, isn't it? See here. See, food assistants. Okay. So these are the assistants who's helping to get our food, and he is the main one. He is growing the crop for us, isn't it? So the farmer, what he is required? He required land, water, seed, fertilizer, isn't it? So where he is getting it, land he will be having, isn't it? And water from where? Well, canal, borewell diggers, and pipe pump set manufacturers, and electric lineman, isn't it? These many people has to help him to get the water for the farm, isn't it? For the agriculture land, isn't it? Now next we will see seed. Seed, who all are helping farmer to get the seed? Yes, the farmers also. Some farmers also sell seeds, and seed collectors, seed conservers, packing mineral manufacturers, and vehicle drivers and merchants. So these many people are helping farmer to get the seed and fertilizer. Who all are helping to, who all are giving the farmer, who all are helping farmers to get the fertilizers? Manufacturers, processors, processors and bag makers, bag fillers, waiters, transporters, and merchants. So these many people are helping him to get the fertilizer, children. Hope you are understanding, isn't it, children? And pesticides. Sorry, insecticides. What is insecticides and pesticides are same only. For the plants, to not to get spoiled by insects, isn't it? So they used to put a medicine, like, okay, medicine for the insects. It should not spoil the growing plant, isn't it? Okay, who all are helping? Researchers, manufacturers, workers, and merchants. Yes, researchers first, they will do the research, and the manufacturers will manufacture it, and the workers will work on it, and merchants will sell it to the farmer. Next is workers. Agricultural labors. Yes, agriculture, they need more helpers, isn't it? More laborers. More than 50, 100 they will be helping the farmer, isn't it? So they are laborers. And transport, vehicle driver and laborers. Yeah, once the paddy is grown, means they will separate the paddy, and they will separate the rice and the outer skin, and they will take it to the shop for selling, isn't it? For that, who all are helping for the transport? The vehicle driver and the laborers, isn't it? And then next, last one is merchant. Wholesale merchant or broker. Okay, the farmers is growing the crops, isn't it? Who's bringing it to the market and who's bringing to us? It is the merchant and the wholesale merchant broker. Okay, we go get in, you will be seeing, no, every month mommy will be getting a full 25 kgs packet of rice and dal and green gram, no, urdu dal and all the kitchen items, isn't it? Those kitchen items we are getting from farmers, isn't it? We are not directly going and getting from buying from them. We are going to the shop and we are buying. They are called merchants, isn't it? ಕಿರಾಣಿ ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Merchants. They are merchants, isn't it? So wow, how many people have worked to get a food we eat, isn't it, children? Then think of those people who told behind the manufacture of the clothes we wear, building houses, we live, etc. Isn't it, children? Even food. So many people are working for us to get the food. Means how many people will be working to get us cloth? Think of it, children. There are many people, isn't it? So work will not be completed with a single person in the chain. So one person cannot work, children. So there will be a group of person to complete a work, isn't it? So we should not think that we can buy anything easily by paying money. We should not forget that many people have worked hard for the production of the goods and the food items we use, isn't it, children? You understand? We should respect each and every job, occupations, and also respect each and every person in the community. Yes or no, children? Yes. Is a small or big higher class job or low class job? There is nothing like that. But the less pay job or high pay job, whatever it may be, it is a job, isn't it? It is a business. It a work. Somebody is doing some work, isn't it? So you should always respect that work, more or less. But you should have respect the person. Understand? You have to respect the job what he is doing, and you should so children, so far we have seen so many jobs, isn't it? How people are helping us in different ways, and how many people are helping. There are many people, isn't it? Not only one person. So like that, some other professions also is there in the community. Even they help us, isn't it? What are they? See, in community, along with the people who manufacture and supply things, people who clean the environment, and people who provide the basic necessities of the life, we also need people who entertain us, isn't it? Give happiness, give information, and relief. Hmm? Everybody in the community has to contribute for its development. Every occupation has its own value, and we should respect everyone, isn't it, children? Observe this picture, children. Here also you see different occupations. What are the occupations here you see? Hmm? What are the occupations, children? First picture, what he is doing? He is weaving, isn't it? He is weaving. And second picture, gym. He is helping him for the exercise. Gym coach is helping him for the exercise. And here is drawing, isn't it? He is doing some drawing, painting. And she's singer, isn't it? And she's doll making. She's a doll maker. And here cricketer. See your favorite. How many of you like cricket? Yes. And he see, she's also a singer, and he also a singer. And you see here, he is a news reader, isn't it? Every day we see news, isn't it? It's very important, isn't it? Day to day life, what's happening in the world, we don't know. If we are not seeing the news, if we are not watching the news, we will not know, isn't it? So it's very important. See, everybody's taken up different types of occupations, isn't it? If everyone is taking the same job, means there won't be any difference and no entertainment will be there, isn't it? So there are many different jobs, and every time you remember, children, every occupation, it has its own value, and you should respect everyone. And also, children, when somebody is in the community is in trouble, others should help them. Likewise, if we are having natural calamities like that, flood, droughts, and earthquakes, etc., the other communities help the affected community, isn't it? Every day we see in the news, isn't it? If any people are in trouble, some or the other will go and help them, isn't it? So every person is a part of a community. Community is formed by every member living in this community. It is not possible to live without a cooperation of the community. So, when the situation demands, we should help others in the community. Okay, children, I hope so. This lesson is very clear to you. Okay, thank you. We'll see the next lesson in the next class. Thank you once again.